This is Cittadella, the poorest club in Italy. Well, according to FIFA. With this kind of budget, it's impossible for Cittadella to even dream of playing in the Serie A. But today, that changes. I'm taking on the incredible challenge of managing Cittadella. The goal is to get promoted to the Serie A. But who knows, if we do things right, we might just be taking the poorest club in Italy all the way to the Champions League. Alright guys, let's just calm things down. Champions League is a far-fetched dream. Right now, our job begins in the Serie B with Cittadella, and our goal is to get promotion. But our team in this first season is so freaking average. Best player we've got is this Salvi guy, who is a right back, so yeah. We've got so much work to do. And did I mention we're the poorest club in Italy, so our budget is about 3 million? If we need to get Cittadella promoted in the Serie A and competing with the big boys, we're gonna have to plan things and strategize our signings. With 3 million, there's no way we're just going into the market and signing players properly. We're gonna have to rock some free agent signings. It is the way. But also, I feel prioritizing the youth academy could be the play. Because if we can get a few good youngsters in the first season, bro, that might set us up for later when we're gonna be in the Serie A and hopefully the Champions League. So it's time to hire a youth scout. Do I just drop 2 million on Andreas Fontaine, a Belgian scout that we've got? This is such a tough call, but you know what? I'm trusting the youth academy. In a challenge like this, the academy might be what we need. Of course, guys, since we're in Italy, our scouting project is gonna be in Italy as well. It's gonna cost us a lot of money, but hopefully come end of season, we're gonna have some amazing talents. But now here's the reality check. We're down to just 940,000 in our budget. The only way we're improving our team is if we can secure some free agent signings. For our first signing, Alexandru Kikaldau. Hopefully I've said his name right, but the Romanian midfielder looks like an absolute baller. Okay, he's coming for free, so as long as we can give him a decent wage structure, it should be fine. 5,000 per week. Can we secure this? Oh, he wants a big one. He wants a big one. I think this is going to be our only free agent signing because the demands are a bit crazy. We'll give him the bonus because I don't think he's going to score the 10 goals, but there you go. We've signed our first player. All we could do in this first window is bring in one midfielder. That's it. We're placing heavy bets on the youth academy, so let's see where we are come end of season. Alright guys, we've made it to the halfway point of the season and things aren't looking good for us. Here I was dreaming about Serie A and Champions League. Look at us, we're 19th in the league. Oh boy. To make it worse, we're really feeling the heat of being literally the poorest club in Italy. Because would you look at this, we've got 11 players whose contracts are expiring. This is absolute carnage. I'm gonna have to try and renew their contracts, but I do not know if we've got enough money to do all of that. Somehow we managed to renew all the contracts, but that meant we were now down to 300,000 in our budget and basically no hope of signing anyone else. The only way we can save our season and build for the future is through the youth academy. And boy, has the youth academy come up clutch for us. Look at this. We've managed to find 4 players that I think are more than capable of getting involved in the first team. Starting with Guilo Costa, a solid right back that is really looking decent. Then we've got Pietro Ferri. He's only 15, so we're gonna have to wait to get him promoted, but again, looks like a baller. The same with Franco, but the star of the show, Luciano Conte. 67 rated, by the way. How have we found a gem like this? He's literally the next Francesco Totti. And since we've got nothing to lose, I'm just gonna promote our academy players and put them into the team. With the new academy players joining the team, we make our way to the end of the season. Unfortunately, we couldn't really improve on our position and we end our first season 19th in the league. Good thing the Serie C isn't in the game, otherwise we would have been relegated. Just shows how difficult it's gonna be to manage the poorest club in Italy. But the one positive thing from this season is this. Conte is looking brilliant. He's up to a 70 overall. The same can be said for the likes of Costa from the academy, Franco as well. If we can build the team around these academy players, maybe in a few seasons, we could be in the Serie A. The journey has only just begun. The first season showed us how difficult it is going to be to manage Cittadella, but also there were a few bright spots in the likes of our academy players in Conte, Costa, and Franco. If we can just support them and build a team around them, maybe we can push for the top spots in the Serie B. It all starts though seeing how much our budget really is, and 4 million. We really are the poorest club in Italy. With just 4 million going into the market and signing players, nah, that just this won't be it. Gonna have to find some amazing free agent deals. Starts with signing Benedict Gimber, a German CDM. He's honestly not that bad. Gimber is actually 72 rated, and getting him for free is an absolute steal. Next up, we complete the transfer of Dani Calvo once again for completely free. A Spanish centre-back, 73 rated. You can't go wrong. With just a couple of free agent signings, we're almost down $1 million. Although we're signing players for free, you gotta pay them wages and everything, so it ends up being pretty costly. Since we've switched to like a 4-3-3 with a centre forward and a winger, what we do really need is another left winger, because we can't be playing a striker there. Thankfully, Stefan El Shaarawy is available for completely free. What could have been of his career, man? So much potential, but he just didn't live up to it. But maybe he can now help us to achieve success at Citadella and get us promoted. That'd be pretty big. We're gonna have to pay Stefan El Shaarawy some pretty big wages, a goal bonus and everything. This is huge, but I reckon for a few seasons, a player of his quality could change the game for us. And so, Stefan El Shaarawy is joining Citadella. You know what? For being the poorest club in Italy, I reckon we've made some really good signings and built a solid team so far. Maybe I've underestimated the finances we've got this season, because we've still got about 2 million, and I reckon we could maybe upgrade our goalkeeper as well. I think it might be time for us to make our first proper transfer. Giovanni Garofani, a youngster from Juventus, maybe the next Gianluigi Buffon. He's available for a pretty good price because his contract's expiring. Now, I know our current keeper's a bit better than him, but in terms of potential, Garofani could be a lot better. We need to get him now. With the poorest club in Italy, and here we are negotiating with Juventus. How crazy is that? 1 million is my offer, and they're willing to accept it. That is wild. We're actually going to pull this off. It took us 2 seasons, but we finally pulled off our first transfer, and it's a player from Juventus. How crazy is that? I think that's that. We've made some massive improvements this season, and I don't know if we're good enough to fight for a promotion spot, but surely we can do better than 19th. We make our way through another season in the Serie B with the hopes of getting promoted, but this time, can we do it? We've made our way to the end of the season, and it's really awesome not being in the bottom 3, and we actually end up finishing 10th, which, honestly, all things considered, isn't bad. Just 2 spots above, and we would have been in the playoffs. This is solid progress. And look at the growth on the likes of Conti, Franco, and Costa from the academy. They have done so well. And even Garofani, our first ever signing, he's grown massively. I think we're on the right track building for the future. Well, talking about building for the future, we finally can promote Pietro Ferri, and I think it's the perfect time, ready for next season. We're now into our 3rd season of being in the Serie B with Citadella. Yes, I know we're the poorest club, and once again, our budget is tragic, but come on, with the academy players coming in, the experience of El Shaarawy, we're building a team. If we can strengthen a couple of positions this season, particularly left back and centre back, I reckon we should be able to secure promotion. But you know what? First, we need to get the right players in, so let's get into some transfers. I've just found a Brazilian fullback with 5-star skills, very similar attributes to a certain Brazilian fullback that played for Real Madrid. Yes, Marcelo. Have I just found the next Marcelo and Felipe da Costa? I really think I might have, and he's a free agent. We can't pass up on this. No way, guys. We're actually about to pull this off. This transfer is genuinely huge, and we've actually done it. The next Marcelo is going to be playing for Citadella. With the rest of the money we've got, which is about 4 million, I'm thinking let's bring in a centre-back that can help us get promotion. Fabio Chiarotti, a very talented Italian centre-back. He's available, I think, for a good price because his contract's expiring. You know, it's time to snap up on such opportunities. And so for just 3 million, we've signed one of the most talented Italian centre-backs out there. We've honestly built a team with so much talent. So many youngsters. There's experience with players like El Shaarawy, but is it good enough to get promoted? This is the moment of truth, but at the end of the season, 3 years of hard work, have we got our team promoted? Ooh, we're in the playoff positions at least. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed. We're so close to being directly promoted to Serie A, but instead we finished 3rd, and we're gonna have to endure the playoffs. Okay, looks like the playoffs works differently in the Italian league, so we're not gonna be playing in this quarterfinals. We're directly gonna be playing in the semi-finals. semi-finals against Venezia. Our team has grown incredibly well this season, especially the likes of Conte. We deserve promotion. And it all comes down to this. Can we knock out Venezia? I know it's only the first leg, but a win would be perfect. It's only a draw. Everything now rests on the second leg. Can we make it to the playoff final, please? Okay, I'm confused. I'm really confused. It's 3-all on aggregate, 1-1, maybe on away goals. I think we've made it through. I think so. I'm incredibly confused, guys, but yes, we've made it. But no. Our goalkeeper's injured. Giovanni Garofani, no. Our keeper is going to be unavailable for the playoff final. We're going to have to somehow get through Benevento and make it to Serie A without our goalkeeper. I don't know if we can do this. Stand for the first leg. Our keeper is 67 rated, so my hopes aren't high, but if we can somehow get through, we can. El Shaarawy gets the goal, 2-1. I don't think I've experienced a more brutal playoff system than the one we have here in Italy, but no matter what, we need to make it to the Serie A. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can. El Shaarawy, the best free agent transfer ever. We're heading to Serie A. This team, a bunch of absolute legends, but the journey has only just begun. We need to survive in Italy's top division. Also, over 70% of you guys watching my videos haven't subscribed. It is my dream to hit 1 million subscribers. So if you guys can subscribe to the channel, it's completely free to do it. It would really help a lot. We've done it, guys. Cittadella, the poorest club in Italy, is now in the Serie A. But this journey is only about to get more difficult. If we want to make Cittadella one of the best clubs in Italy, we're gonna have to really grind. Because even after promotion, the budget we're getting is only 9 million. We're gonna have to somehow use that money, improve this team, and survive the Serie A. I think this season, the goal is to just not get relegated and maybe push for like top 12 or something. If we can do that and let some of our youngsters and academy players grow, I think we'll be in a good spot. But with this 9 million, let's see what we can do to improve the team. Not gonna lie, with 9 million, I don't think we can make a really big impact signing. Free agents has to be the way. And so we start things off by signing an Italian CDM, Michel Colo. Nothing too crazy, but he looks like a really good squad player. But the free agent signing that could really change a lot for us is this one, Salvador Esposito. I know he's got a lot of talent and he's available for free. This could be the third Italian free agent we sign. Signing free agents like this is the only way we can survive as a club and hopefully compete in the Serie A. So we're doing whatever it takes. We're going to be signing Esposito, giving him 25,000 per week, and hopefully the deal goes through. It does. We've got ourselves another free agent signing. Honestly, guys, I reckon we've got the team to at least survive Serie A, maybe even push for more. It really depends on whether Conte from the academy can carry the team or not. But I reckon we do need a bit of help in the attack, at least someone for backup. And so we make one last free agent signing in Peter, a former Real Madrid winger. That shows he's got the talent. With that, I think we've done enough to at least survive the Serie A. It's time to find out whether the poorest club in Italy can get the job done. And would you believe it, the poorest club in Italy has actually pulled it off. We've survived relegation in our first season, finishing 14th. But hey, what matters is our team is growing really well. We've built a solid foundation. If only we can get some more money to improve the team, maybe we can go for top 10 in the Serie A. Let's see what next season brings. For season 5, we've got our biggest budget ever, 18 million. Surely with that, we can, I think, make a few signings at least that can help our team push even further. My goal for this season is to secure a top half finish. I don't see why we won't be able to do it, especially with the academy players like Conte and Franco being absolute ballers. Plus, we've got the likes of Costa and Ferry slowly getting better. If we can just build around these youngsters, I reckon we'll be fine. One sad thing about this season is I think it might be Stefan El Shaarawy's final season. His contract's expiring. He's 33, going down in his overall. I think our first task this season is to find a replacement. Ismail Garbi from PSG looks like the perfect player, but can we pull this off? Since we finally do have some money in our transfer budget, we don't have to rely on free agent signings. So let's see if we can sign Garbi for 5 million, and I think we can. It's a brilliant deal. With that, we've completed the signing of Garbi from PSG. He's going to be the replacement for El Shaarawy. Next up, it was time to improve our squad depth in our defense, so we end up signing Franco Carboni for just 4.5 million from West Ham. Not gonna lie, with just those two signings, I think we've built a solid first team as well as a really competitive bench. Unfortunately, with just 4 million, there isn't much more we can do. We're gonna have to trust this team to potentially potentially push for a top half finish in the Serie A. I think we can do it. The superstar of our team, Conte, though, he needs to be coming through with the goals. We're at the end of this season and the growth has just been incredible. Look at Carby, Ferry, even our backline looks incredible. Look at Garofani. We've seen some incredible growth, but has that translated to success on the pitch? Yes, indeed. The poorest club in Italy has secured a top half finish in the Serie A. How incredible is that? And I'm telling you this, without Conte doing the job from the centre-forward role, this wouldn't be possible. He's an absolute legend. We're starting off this season with our biggest budget ever, 22 million. And honestly, our team is also better than ever. The signings we made last season in Carby and Carboni added much-needed squad depth, and not just that, the first team, the likes of Conte, Franco, our defence as well, our midfield too. We've genuinely got a team that I reckon could be fighting for top 6 in the Serie A minimum. Looking at our team for this season, the obvious signing is another midfielder. But with 22 million, we're not really going to be able to upgrade our team. So I've got a plan. Remember Alexandro Kikaldao, who we literally signed for free? If we transfer list him and sell him for anything upwards of 20 million, we'll have the money to sign an amazing midfielder. And that is exactly what we've done. Alexandro Kikaldao has been sold. For 28 million, we sold him to Crystal Palace. And that literally has given us the biggest budget we've ever worked with so far, 46 million. Let's use that and bring in an absolute baller in that midfield role. I really wanted to sign an Italian for this role, and Eduardo Bove, 25-year-old, 82 rated. I don't see a better option, but are we going to have enough money to pull this off? It's going to be super tight. We're still the poorest club. We're going to have to negotiate in a really smart way. I'm going to start by offering what his value is, 36 million, and just seeing what they say. And we've just been kicked out from here. This is bad. I think one option is waiting for the season ticket sales to come through, because then we might have the cash to complete this deal. We didn't really get much money from the season ticket deal, so this is going to have to be a really tough round of negotiations. 38 million is my offer. Ooh, they're willing to do it for 40. This is crazy. This would be one of the most incredible deals we've done so far, and the most expensive. 40 million for a new midfielder. You're kidding me. With that, we've made our biggest signing yet. Eduardo Bove, the Italian maestro, is joining Cittadella. Oh, with Bove into the team, the midfield, attack, everything looks so secure. I reckon we're ready to push up for top 6, but just a bit of a problem. Squad depth is looking really bad, and who's this guy? I don't remember signing him. Can be argue. Well, we'll accept him. He looks decent. But yeah, we need a backup keeper. We don't have one. Ooh, with just 5 million, signing a backup keeper is going to be tough. Well, time to bring in a free agent. Pietro Boer, in Italian, available for free. Not bad. I think he'll do the job. With that, I think we've built a team that's ready to push for more in the Serie A. It's time to compete with the big boys. We're getting through another season in the Serie A. We're not really worried about relegation anymore. It's time to try and qualify for a European competition. We've made it to the end of the season, and I'm positive we've done well. And by the looks of it, we've secured a top 10 finish. Oh my god, we finished above Lazio and Roma. We finished top 6. No way! Cittadella, the poorest club in Italy, is going to be in the Champions League next season. How incredible is that? We're far away from winning the league. I mean, look at the points difference, but this is progress. Unbelievable. And honestly, it's all down to this team that we've built. I mean, look at Conte. What a legend, up to a 91 overall. We've literally got our version of Francesco Totti. But we can't stop here. We've secured top 4. Next season, we're going to be competing in the Champions League, and maybe it's time to push for the league title. Remember at the start, I said just being in the Champions League would be amazing, and well, we've made it. This season, we're going to be playing among Europe's elite clubs. But we'll need to really improve our team if we want to fight for the Serie A title and the Champions League as well. The poorest club in Italy now has over 55 million to spend. I reckon if we make the right signings, we might just be able to put up a fight. Do you know what? Instead of signing multiple players, I think it's now time for us to bring in just one amazing player every season. Of course, depending on our budget. So I think I'm going to use that 55 million and bring in a world-class centre-back. I have never heard of this Frenchman, Anthony Roault, and he looks amazing. 84 rated. He's currently playing for Mallorca. If we can bring him in. That's our centre-back position sorted. Okay, it's not going to be easy signing him. I think we're going to have to use our entire budget. But let's start with 43 million. Ooh, they're willing to do this at 46. This sounds like an absolute steal. Well, let's pull this off. 45 million and you've got a deal. There you go. With that, we've made another incredible signing and we've bolstered our defense. Just the one signing this season, but we've added a world-class player in our backline. And let's see how things go. Don't forget, we're going to be experiencing Champions League football for the first time. I'm really keen to see how we do. We're at the end of the season and look at the growth in our team. Every player is above 84 overall, at least in our team. Honestly, it's incredible how good our squad is. Well, I did say every player is above 84 overall. It was except Colo Colo. I think CDM is where we need to look at, but we'll keep that for next season. First time in the Champions League and we managed to top our group even with Bayern in it. But in the round of 16, we met Real Madrid and got knocked out. But hey, valuable experience gain. In this area, we once again finished 4th, which necessarily isn't bad, but we're looking for more and more. I thought we could have put up a title fight, but it's going to take time. We're not going to be able to win the Serie A in just a couple of seasons, you know. It takes time. We've built an amazing team, and I'm looking forward to next season. Okay, we're now into our 8th season of this project with Cittadella. We're no longer the poorest club in Italy. We're rocking a budget of about 71 million, and we have a team which I believe is more than good enough to win the title. We've got the squad depth. I reckon one signing in that CDM position, if we can get a world-class player there, we've got a chance to win the league. And that one player is Samuel Ricci. I don't think we can go wrong with this. 27 in his prime, coming back to Italy to help Cittadella become the best club in the country. This is it. We've now pulled off one of our most important transfers yet. Samuel Ricci coming here to hold the fort down. Are we now ready to win the Serie A and potentially even the Champions League? Our team has honestly never looked this good. Do we have what it takes to finally take the poorest club in Italy to the Serie A title? Halfway through the season and Cittadella are genuinely top of the league. Bro, it literally might be this season. Not just that, we're in the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia. We're yet to win a single trophy. Looks like we could win the double. Forget the double, maybe the treble. Although we finished second in our Champions League group, we're still in the round of 16. A lot could happen this season. Would you believe it? We've somehow knocked out Man United from the Champions League. We managed to get the job done against Spurs as well. And here we are with the poorest club in Italy in a Champions League semi-final. Also on the verge of winning the league. And even in the final of the Coppa Italia, we could genuinely win the treble. This is incredible. You know what? We've not won anything yet, so let's not get too excited. First task is making it to the Champions League final. For that, we've got 2 legs against Leverkusen, and they're a good team. So let's see what happens. First leg against them, a 2-all draw. We have an opportunity to make a Champions League final. Can we beat Leverkusen and make it there? Yes, we can. Come on. We're on the verge of creating history, guys. Just 2 games more and we'll win the league. We're in a Champions League final as well. But first, we've got the Coppa Italia. Come on, let's see if the poorest club in Italy can win their first trophy. It's against AC Milan. Can we pull this off? Come on. Yes, we get it done. The Coppa Italia comes to the poorest club in Italy. Cittadella have done it. But if we now want to win Serie A, we need to get through Inter and AC Milan. This is ridiculous. Can we survive? We get the win against Inter. Just AC Milan remains. And we get it done. Cittadella are champions of Italy. We've pulled it off. And now this amazing team that we've built with the likes of Conte, Franco as well, all coming from the academy, Ferry too, and also all the amazing signings we've made along the way. We've got a chance to create history and win the treble with Cittadella. Let's do it. The moment of truth, guys. The moment of truth. Can we win the Champions League with the poorest club in Italy? Come on, yes! We've done it! What a journey this has been! Oh my days, we've done it. From being literally one of the worst clubs in the Serie B to the best club in the world. We've pulled it off. If you enjoyed this journey, I'm sure you'll enjoy me fix the poorest club in all of FIFA. Click here to watch that.